with the exception of house 13 and I think house 8. I didn't get them set up.
Okay.
All the wiring, any of the ones that have all the wiring already completed, were already set up. So there's 5 dial switches on the control board. We're only worried about dip switch number 3 and dip switch number 4. So they both get set to position 3 on both of those. They have a little arrow pointing where it's at.
All set
So
to 3?
5 is 0. Yeah, factory setting is 0
Okay.
for everything. This is controlling the hot water tank temperature. So set to 3 sets it for 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. 122 Fahrenheit, what's that Celsius?
50
someone's
Celsius.
going to ask.
50 Celsius.
50 Celsius?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no mixing valve, so you can't go hotter than that. Because ideally you do want 140, but you have to have an anti-scald valve. That didn't get put in.
So this heats up the hot water tank?
Yes.
So what if you get someone that comes up and says, hey, we got kids, like that Children's Aid thing where the water tank can't be more than 30-some degrees Celsius or something like that?
It's 50. Is
it 50?
Yeah,
That's
why we set it for that.
Perfect.
If it's too hot, it can get turned down 1 notch, but each notch is about 10 degrees Fahrenheit change.
Okay. And that's number 3 is the control for that. Right?
Yeah, number 3 controls that.
Okay.
All of the values are in the Vitron installation manual. It has a full chart, shows you everything. Also, all these dip switches are set to off at factory, so we have to turn a few of them off and on to turn that pump on all the time and make it have domestic hot water priority. So if domestic hot water is calling, it'll shut the circulator pump off to make sure hot water is satisfied first. It also has a 1 hour timer. If the tank doesn't satisfy after an hour, it ignores it. Ignores the hot water and goes back to focused on heating.
And all those have been set already too, except for the 2 houses that you haven't got to?
Yeah. Yeah. And in this 19 and 20 and 21, because the boiler's not in yet.
Those are set houses, we don't care about them. I'm just joking. Okay.
And as far as the wiring, so again, all of them have already been done. If for some reason you're getting the flame light on the front of the burner, like on the display here, but the unit's not firing, not doing anything, you'd want to check the block vent safety switch. This is the only one that's been installed, but the preferred location is going to be horizontally.
Okay.
So either on this side or this side, whichever one works out better. It has a manual reset switch inside. So if the burner, if the light on the front indicates the burner should be on and it's not, that'd be the first thing to check.
That right there.
Yeah.
And you said
that trip,
those aren't installed?
they are not installed. This is the only one that the vent system's been installed on.
Okay.
Completely. So they'll have to be installed on site. And again, either on this side or this side, it'll be the ideal position. The draft regulator has to be level on the pins and plumb this way.
Has to be level that way?
And plumb
And plumb.
that
Okay.
way. Yeah.
Does the pipe have to be level? Or just the draft?
Just the draft regulator. The pipe has to be sloped a 1/4 inch per foot towards the vent.
Towards the vent?
Yeah, going outside. So the bottom of the vent here to the floor is 52 inches. So the bottom here is cut at 55. Give us enough slope.
So it's sloping back to...
Yeah, down towards the wall here. All the rest of them are going to have a fixed length, so you can get away with 1 support inside. There's a cradle support that has to go around the pipe to support the weight. This one needs 2 because this is an adjustable length that doesn't have any structural integrity.
Is that like a Selkirk pipe? Is that hot to touch?
It's double walled. It will be warm to touch.
But not
Not
spongy, okay.
Yeah, it has a 2-inch clearance to combustibles.
Is it supposed to be screwed to the wall or no, just like that is fine?
No, this is supposed to be screwed and sealed,
Okay.
but because they want to take it out for shipping.
Now, is that supposed to be sealed with a fire block?
No, silicone.
Just silicone will
Yeah.
work? Okay.
I would use a high temp silicone between the
Okay.
pipe and the flashing itself,
Okay.
so that it doesn't decay or dry out. And then for filling the system, You fill the premixed glycol into the feeder and allow it to fill the system. Once the system's up to pressure, then start by having the supply valves open and all these return valves closed, and then use a garden hose, connect onto the hose bib and run it into this tank. Then that'll force all the air to push out, and then you'll get all the air bubbles out of the system relatively quick.
Do you have to do it for each one or just this guy here?
For each one.
Each one?
Yeah.
One at a time preferably? Or
One at a time, because the flow rate on the pump is very low,
Okay.
so it'll take a while. You're probably best to do the 2 loops in here, the one for the HRV and one for the heat trace boiler side of the heat exchanger, because they're small, so they'll be out pretty quick.
Okay.
And then that one, once all of the rads are connected, like that whole system's done, and make sure that
The rads will be on which one?
the rads are on this one.
That one there?
Yeah.
So that'll take the longest to bleed out. It's got to go through the whole house.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll probably want to do it one baseboard at a time. Each one's supposed to have a balancing valve and an isolation valve. So I'll start with the furthest one away, make sure that one's wide open, close all the rest of them, so that you force that one first. Because again, it's a small pump. It doesn't have a lot of flow. So we want to have as much velocity through each one to get the air out. Once all the air is out, you won't have any more air bubbles coming out of your hose. Then you can close it all up and let it build up pressure, and then start the boiler.
And this is how we're gauging our pressure?
Yep.
On that one or on that one?
That one.
Do we have a certain pressure you want it at?
Its target's 15 psi.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a switch inside of this guy that turns off automatically when it's at that pressure. You'll also have the water heater tank to do as well, that circuit. So same idea, you'd close the return side valve, connect your hose to this one, run it to the tank, and that'll purge the
air
heat
in that.
exchanger out of that.
Okay.
Make sure this tank is full of water before you start firing it on the domestic side. So right now it is full of water.
It is full of water.
It is full of water.
And you just filled it by...
We took off the union here for the expansion tank and put on the hose.
Okay.
And use the tank of water that's outside.
Okay.
So that we can still drain it, because there's no actual drain provision to be able to drain the hot water tank on the domestic side.
Really?
Plumbers didn't put it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was... I guess that's okay though if we can connect from here?
Yeah. That makes a temporary,
Just a, yeah.
quick hookup.
Okay. You getting all this? You know I'm going to forget in 5 minutes, right?
100%.
Okay, and then for the control wiring, again, pretty much every one of them is done to the point where all of the connection in here is completed. There's 3 wire connections on a terminal strip in there. You have your 2 wire from the transformer to power the thermostat circuit and that zone valve. And then the thermostat wire for all of them has been left kind of just dead-ended right here,
Okay.
hanging somewhere around here. So ideal location would be 60 inches off the ground, like 60 inches off the floor for mounting the thermostat. And at about 22 inches off of that drywall wall, that pretty much puts us between the switch and the plug that are on the other side of this wall. So we would poke the wall through
Put it there.
and then install the thermostat.
So that's thermostat's supposed to be theoretically on the other side?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd direct
But
the
I
vapor
think the
barrier.
drawing shows on the opposite wall, the other side.
That's the kitchen though, isn't it?
Hmm?
That's the kitchen though, isn't it?
They want it on that one. I asked the engineer to relocate it on this wall. They said no, it's in front of the air duct, so can't do that.
That's gonna be fun. Now you gotta run a 3-wire
Exactly, all over the place. So,
So we have to
that's-
extend it through and keep going.
yes,
Lovely.
yeah, from through the bulkhead or through the open space wall. I don't know. we have to figure it out there.
Okay.
Shortest way is there.
No fun. The color coding of the wires is important. The red on R, the green on C, and the white on W.
Green on C.
Green on C. I would have preferred black, but
I was gonna say.
it's only red, green, and white. So, and then the basically R and C off the transformer.
That's the transformer I purchased, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and that kind of loops around. All the rest of them are all.
Going into the unit.
This is
Yeah.
your off your transformer. And then the leads for the transformer, houses 2 and 3, and this one have the transformer. That's it.
Okay.
The leads are too short, so you need a little extension to get onto the power supply.
Okay.
Digital extension, just
And the output
just
just
Beretta
gonna
inside
come
the
here
box.
and connect to this pump, to this valve and the other one.
Yeah.
They are
So-
parallel.
No. Let me grab my screwdriver also. It also has a little terminal block that comes with it. So this guy has 2 yellow wires, 2 red wires. The red wires are for an end switch we're not using. So you connect the 2 yellow ones to one to C and one to W. This is R, so I have the 2 wire from the transformer going to the top one and the bottom corner.
Okay.
So the C wire from the for the thermostat also connects there, and then the W wire from the thermostat goes here. So
Okay.
again, most of them are done. The only ones that didn't have that valve installed that went out will only need to have the 2 yellow wires connected to these 2 spots.
Okay.
The rest of the wiring's all been done. And then the last step before startup is the set point is too low. Maximum set point from the factory is 167 Fahrenheit. We need to hit 180 per the design. So you have to pop this dial out. There is a little notch. And then on the back of it, it has these little tabs. So there's one that goes right here that I've clipped. So you have to clip that off. Just the one. So then it limits it to 189.
Okay.
Because all that does is that little tab.
Does it turn more?
Yeah, that's the stop to how
Okay.
far it can turn. So once all that's done, and all your air is out of the system, then you can power it in. Which is just plugging that plug in to the outlet way up there. And then on the front, you have the main power button. Then your call it the summer switch. So in the off position, it's domestic hot water only, no central heat. But that's never going to
That's
happen.
a hydronic
so that should
system.
be always on. And this is the service one to speed up the timings.
2, sorry?
The top one's the service switch. It speeds up the timings and turns on both pumps.
Okay.
When you initially power it up, and then it goes to call for heat, it's going to have this red light on. It's also going to be flashing this one because the burner comes in a lock area. And then it has a pre-purge. So when you first go to start it, you're going to have to most likely add some fuel oil to that fuel warmer because the oil line connection is going to be at the top. top of the tank. It depends on how much higher it is to how well it's going to drop.
So
And that
oil
holds
is
quite a
added to
bit.
that?
Alright?
It's oil that's in that?
Yeah. Right now there's nothing in it. I only use the copper line. But you'd have to remove the 1 inch cap. You could put on like a 1x2 coupling to have a bigger, like a kind of a funnel. So that you can pour some fuel oil into it until it's full. Then the unit will start after 2 or 3 resets. You also need to make sure that the fusible oil valve is open. They come shipped partially open. Some of them may actually be closed. So it is reverse thread. You should turn to the right to open it instead of, or turn to the left to open it. That does have a directional arrow on it. Now we're running out of oil. So that's what's going to do when it runs out. All of these are shipped partially open. You have to do a full call for heat of at least 5 minutes for the valve to fully open, and then it can fully close.
That's normal. What's happening right beside you?
That's what happens when it runs out of oil.
Okay. That flappy opening, sucking
That-
up for air.
Yeah, so this is the draft regulator. We have to set it to maintain the proper draft pressure. We want negative 0.03 inches water column measured at that port. And then you have to do a combustion analysis to fine tune the air shutter on the burner. Whoa. Slow down. And yeah,
Hot in here.
it gets hot quick.
Last day.
You're gonna enjoy it in 3 weeks.
2 days. 2 days. I'm going to 5 degrees Celsius.
You are heading up next week?
Friday.
Really? Oh, 17, yeah, you're right. I'm coming the week after. No worries.
Alright, any other questions?
Okay, is that all?
Who's doing
حالا
the?
اصلا تنظیمی داره برای مثلا میزان اکسیژنش نمیدونم برای میزان کلا ستاپی داره یا که نه همین بوده که شده
There is any adjustment for example, air or something for fuel?
Yeah, there is. So you have to have a combustion analyzer. So I'm just going to look into getting some. So you have to measure it from this port.
6, 7.
There's 2 things. You have to do a smoke sample to make sure that the burner is at a 0
That's
smoke.
why. So I was getting all this.
And we also want to set the burner for about 11.5% CO2, 5.5% oxygen, less than 50 parts per minute in a CO, and about 35% excess air.
Okay.
So all of those adjustments are achieved by adjusting the air shutter on the burner. So I can show you where
It's
that is.
inside the case?
Yeah, inside the case. So you have to loosen off the 3 Torx screws, take the door off. The damper's on the right-hand side of the burner.
Yeah.
There's,
You have to adjust the damper. Just
Yeah, and it's small adjustments make a
Huge
big difference. They're all set at 3.75. This one I had to go to just over 4 to get the combustion correct.
okay. Sounds good.
When
How
you're
do we
doing
know
the
combustion's
adjustments,
correct?
hey,
And how do you know the combustion needs to be corrected?
you have to use the combustion analyzer.
Okay. And do we have that?
I need to check the set if we order it.
Order them? Okay.
If not, we have to order, so.
Yeah.
Any other question?
برای رانندگیش باید همه اینا باز باشه درسته الان بعضیش بسته است
توضیح دادیم یه دونه باید برای این
هواگیری داره باید اول هواگیری بشه سیستم
One by one.
استارت بخوره بعد اون دستگاهی که ایشون میگه اجاست بشه روی اگزاست بعد به برنر رو تنظیم بکنی میزان اکسیژنش رو روی 5% 5.1%
but there's going to be an HOV here.
اونو پر آب کنی این گلایکوله این اصلا آب توش نیست
آره
آب فقط اینجاست اونم هواگیری کنی بعد سیستم رو راه اندازی یعنی هواگیری که میخوای بکنی باید تا پشت شیر آشپزخونه رو هواگیری کنی. گرفتی چی میگم؟
Once again, don't know what the hell you're saying.
استارت کنی، شروع کنه چرخیدن، آبو باز کنی.
Once again, don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry.
He's
I'll just
explaining.
remember that when you guys ask questions about other things, I'll be like, oh, sorry, don't understand what you're saying. Like, come on, guys, think about it. Canada,
Yeah.
speak English.
Yeah.
Work in your English.
Yeah.
The other thing, so all these plastic caps will get discarded. There's the thermostatic actuator that has to go on. They're shipped in a little red box.
So we gotta pull them off and put them on.
Yeah, they just thread on. So this just threads
Yeah.
off. The actuator threads onto this. It has a dial with 10 positions and like 6-foot capillary with a little probe. The probe has to go into the supplier to the building.
Supplier to the building. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
On
then
a Charlie.
you have to adjust the dial to maintain a 55-degree discharge air temperature, and that's going to modulate the flow to that hydronic coil. It's the exact same setup on the heat tracer over there, except the probe gets strapped to the return from
Return.
the return
from return.
from the loop. Anywhere in that vertical section before the shutoff valve. And then you adjust that dial to maintain 65-degree return water temperature. So again, that one you'll have to have it running and then dial it. There will be should be a temperature gauge put on to those, and you can use that for your reference point.
Do we have temperature gauges for those?
There's the T for them.
I think so. Anyway, I'm gonna write down and check. If we don't, we're gonna order.
Awesome.
برداشت رو خود اسلام نصب چون من خودم به شخص سررشته از برداشت نمیدونم.
Is this an efficient unit?
He was burning 87%. So that's the combustion analysis from this guy. So 5.2% oxygen, 27 parts per million CO, efficiency is 87.2, stack temperature is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, excess air 30.8, and the draft was fluctuating a lot just because it's poor conditions. But 0.03, 0.04 is the target for the draft. Too much draft and you'll get too much air. And then when the chimney is warm and not drafting very well, the burner will be too sooty. And then the thing builds up with soot and then you lose a lot of efficiency.
Sorry Alex, are you sure the smoke test, you guys?
Did I show them the smoke test?
Smoke test.
No.
No, the,
So yeah, you have to use the smoke test.
yeah.
So it's a smoke test gun. They use paper strips. You have to do 10 pulls and then verify the color of the sample you took. It should be just a well, if you go with what the burners are factory set up with, you should have just a little bit of smoke. So then you'll have to add 1 full percent of oxygen to the reading. So if it comes in at like 4.8,
Where
then
do you
you
do this test?
okay.
And where do you do this test?
All these tests are from the sample port. Yeah. Yeah, so you do your combustion analysis, get the numbers from it, do the smoke test and see how it looks. And then if it's clean, then you can leave it the way it is, as long as the CO is low and the excess air is over 25%. If it's less than 25%, it's not going to be good for long term. It will set up.
Listen, we need a smoke test package and
Combustion analysis.
yes. Analysis.
And what was the other one? What's temperature? For the other thing?
At 45
Temperature gauge?
degree.
Okay.
Yeah, we have temperature.
We have temperature gauge?
I installed it, yes?
Who's coming to let you know?
Not now.
He's not here, is he?
He's not here.
And who else? There's two guys, wasn't it?
Jason?
No, Jason doesn't know shit another guy.
When you come architect.
Architect?
Mechanical.
Method, you and I don't know.
Is there what?
Sina is with that.
When you get a
He's not
new
here
smoke
too.
gun, it comes with the chart. So it's basically just this laminated chart with 1 through or 0 through 10 with the different shades that it would match up with, and you basically put your
Oh,
paper
Shahi.
under the hole and see which one it matches up with.
چیز داره کار با من سن داره کار
اونم بس میام.
This is Cheyenne doesn't know anything.
انسان فقط خیالش راحت
Also. Who are all mechanical group? Method.
Mehrdad and Shahi.
Shahi.
These two.
Green one.
Yeah.
Shine. Does Shine know anything?
No
No.
so
He knows.
Does that guy know?
controls
Does not Method.
does not make
Method.
sense
Method.
no
So
I have to teach him before
Yeah, they had to review again.
review
Wait.
again
With Hamid and Shahryar, everybody review
So
again.
it's going to
So.
be me on the phone
Yeah.
calling Hamid.
1 hour class do you think so
If he's not
It's
there.
good.
we have just 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
and all the things should be shipped at Monday. Yeah.
You went on Friday, yeah?
2 days, 3 days.
Joe?
2 days.
You went on Friday?
Even on Friday.
And
I'll just start touching buttons.
I
If it
can
blows up, I'll just stand outside and be
update
warmed by the fire.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is Method.
And yeah,
Which one? That's Mad Dog?
Yeah.
That's it? Why is he smiling at me like he doesn't know?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, well learn.
Okay.
Learn, because I'm going to
anyway, I record everything. I'm gonna publish it on the YouTube channel so everybody can have a access, review, check, and watch again and again.
But
So,
wiring on you, son.
that's fine.
This one's
I don't like the wire.
All wires for that houses is done.
Yeah.
The only
But
things
this
left,
one
I
is
think,
going
is
to
one.
the Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for you.
House 12? No.
No, house 12. No,
No, that's 3, 4, 5 for the.
no for
Chris.
all.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. 3 is complete wiring.
3 you're getting?
He did.
Yeah, 2 and
Yeah.
2 and 3 were
I thought you guys got 1, 2, 3.
Only need a
No,
exhaust.
we have
3
3,
need
4,
exhaust and stop.
5. 2 went to
well, actually,
Arctic.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
1, 2,
So I got-
3,
I got house
4,
one.
5.
I think so.
نقشه داره مشکلی نداره واسه
I don't know.
نسل-
What's wrong with that?
نسلش
That's
قفل
what we made
کلیدیه
every
یه
fucking
چسبم
mistake
داشت میخوره چیز خاصی این همون
That's on you.
میتونیم به هم دیگه
That was
فقط
the prototype
باید
house.
نصب شه
Yeah.
خب ترتیبش هم مشخصه
So I have 1, 2,